Hello everybody, and thank you very much for watching me today. Hope that you be patient with me for about 10 to 20 minutes in which I'm going to talk about a very important topic, which is the differences between American English and British English. Today I'll be talking in English all the time without any Arabic. Okay? So for those who love English, I mean more specifically American English, I encourage you to complete watching this one. Stay with me, my dear friends. American English and British English are totally different. There are tens of differences. There are hundreds of differences between American and British English. I myself consider them both different. They are both different as languages. So I believe that the first one, American English, is a language itself. And I believe that the second one, which is the British English, is a language itself. So I believe that they are both totally different languages. Some people might say that no, American English is an accent rather than a language, and British English is an accent rather than a language. No, there are actually huge differences that make these two separate languages. So, in terms of words, there are a lot. For example, you can say truck in American English, while in British English you have to say lorry. Okay? In American English we say the ground floor, in British English we say the first floor. And you can also have a lot of differences like fireman and firefighter, postman and mail carrier. So yes, there are so many differences in terms of vocabulary. But are there also differences in terms of pronunciation? Yes, there are hundreds of and thousands of differences in terms of pronunciation. As you can see, the American people speak more fluently, more, let's say, practically, okay? British people speak more elegantly, and they are supposed to be prestigious, and that is something that we don't need in the business life. Some people say that the British English is the origin. It is the original form of the language. It is the source of the knowledge. It's the source of all types of other accents and dialects and whatever. I agree, but the question is the new or the old better? Which one do you believe is better? A new car or an old car? Which one do you believe is better? The new technology, which is 5G or 2G or 3G? Which one do you believe is better? Windows 10 or Windows XP or DOS? So everybody agrees with me that the new things are much better than the old things if they are used well. Even in Arabic, the new form of the language, which is the colloquial language, العامية, is much better in terms of, business and, practicing things together. So instead of the formal or the standard or the classical language, we use the informal or the colloquial form of the language. So guys, be careful whenever you'd like to choose one of these two forms of the language or one of these two languages, the British and American English. You'd better choose American English if you are more interested in being practical, in being professional, in traveling around the world, in doing business. But of course, I recommend, and I highly recommend, that you study British English if you intentionally plan to go to the United Kingdom. If you're planning to pursue studying or maybe to start a business in the United Kingdom, of course, British English is much better. So you feel that you are one of those people living in the United Kingdom. Other than that, I prefer that you study American English. Now, which is easier? Actually, both are very difficult to master. But for me, I believe that the American English is more practical. It's the language that is used in movies, everywhere, in the universities, If you travel, it's the language of two continents. It's the language of North America and South America. Okay, so it's the language of two continents, not countries, two continents. Be careful, guys. But the UK is a very small country. It's the origin of the language. Yes, I agree, but it's not that important. How many movies have you seen in British English? This is a good question. How many books have you read in British English? How many British universities do we have in the Arab world? Good? Okay, so I myself prefer that everybody study the American English. And guys, don't forget to ask me for any questions or for any clarification concerning this topic. I'm always ready to respond to you 24/7. This is Muayyad Al-Halabi. Goodbye. Take care of yourselves.